Well, 401ks, pension plans, IRAs, Social Security, Medicare, when it's time to retire, how are you going to be sure that you have absolutely everything covered? Well, with us today is Jonathan McCoy from the Market Advisory Group, a financial services company, to give you some insight on what you may be missing when it comes to your retirement planning. So, Jonathan, tell us, what are some of those common challenges that you're seeing retirees facing?
Lots of them. I mean, you mentioned the common subjects there, and what the biggest issue we find a lot of people are coming across, even folks that are working with financial advisors these days, is a lot of financial advisors are not licensed to give tax advice, health insurance and Medicare advice, estate planning advice. The investment management and the investment strategy is about the only thing that financial advisors are focusing on these days. So that's something we've worked hard to expand our suite of services and the additional professionals that we work with at Market Advisory Group as well.
Awesome. So tell us, what exactly makes Market Advisory Group different from some of those other groups?
So we have four main entities working together. We have Market Advisory Group, where myself and my business partners and our financial advisors focus on investment management, investment planning strategy, but primarily focusing that investment management strategy around how are you going to be driving income for yourself in retirement. We've also got Market Tax Services, which is our large team of tax professionals, where we get together with our tax professionals on a regular basis looking at what are the future tax implications of your retirement accounts. You know, the existing or the current retiring generation, the baby boomers, are the first generation that lived an entire career working within this tax experiment called 401ks, IRAs, and deferred tax savings plans. You're the first people that are retiring these days having to deal with, am I actually going to pay a little bit lower tax rate on this money when I retire as opposed to when I was working? But then we've also got Market Medicare Advisors. That's one of the big misunderstood areas of retirement. You know, when I turn 65, just what do I need to do, if anything? And then Eidelman Law Firm is our estate planning attorney. Gerald Eidelman and his team works with our clients to make sure that they've got all those pertinent documents in place, whether it's power of attorney documents, wills, trusts, so on and so forth. So having those four areas of professional advice in-house is a key for us.
Yeah, you guys certainly have a lot going on.
Yes, yeah, very busy.
And you often hear from people calling in for advice, so we actually want to show everyone this question that we received from Shannon for you. Shannon asked, what are tax implications related to transferring investments, non-IRA, from one brokerage to another brokerage?
Well, there can be many. What we've seen is a lot of people will trip over this just saying, you know, either I'm hiring a new advisor or I just want to work with a different company and I want to move one investment from a certain brokerage to another brokerage or from one custodian to another. Well, sometimes certain custodians will not carry that specific investment, whether it's oftentimes not stocks, but certain mutual funds, exchange-traded funds may not be carried on the other brokerage. And sometimes advisors are just by default selling these investments. Well, if it's a non-IRA style of investment, those capital gains implications are important to pay attention to when we're transitioning our clients' investments from 401ks or from other brokerage services to our own. It's important to enlist the services of our tax team to make sure that we're paying attention to what are the tax implications, so we're not just blindly blowing up someone's tax situation just in an effort to make those transitions in the investment. So it's important to consult with a tax professional also, even if you're doing something as simple as moving from one brokerage firm to another.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of details that go into that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we had to admit early on in our business's history that as financial advisors, we needed the help of these additional tax professionals as well. That's what enlisted the services of Market Tax Services and our CPAs that we work with.
Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you again. You're going to be with us in the coming weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Just about every week. We look forward to seeing any additional questions that you have. You can also call the number that you see on your screen and reach out to us at our website at askouradvisor.com. And you can submit your questions there. By submitting your questions, you can, if you include your personal address, we will actually send you a gift. We have different mugs and other things that we can send to you, but we'll be taking those questions each week and addressing as many of them as we can here on the show.
That's right. So you can call 816-548-2000 or visit AskOurAdvisor.com. And again, you will get a gift if you include your address to the Market Advisory Group.